What up, you guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Crystal Delgado, if you do not already know, and thank you for clicking on this video. So I was sitting down trying to think of what do I want to say in this video, and I was like thinking too hard on it. So I said, you know what, just press the record button and just let shit flow, because that's what I always do. And I speak for like 10 minutes and I drop my mic and I go on about my day. And then sometimes people tell me that they liked watching my videos and that I inspired them or that I helped them in some way. And that's why I make these little videos where I sit down in front of the camera and I press record and I'm like, hey guys, so for the last month I've been depressed. No, but I try to spin it in a way that doesn't make it seem so bad. And it's not how my life is. I think I have a beautiful life, but always just trying to take those times where I'm feeling a little funky and just try to make them better, try to have faith, try to think positive and shit and get through them and try to grow through them. So that's kind of like where I'm at, because if you didn't know, I've been living with mi madre for the last since August 25th. I used to live alone. Before that, I was married in that apartment. Before that, I lived at my dad's. So it's been a couple of years, basically. I didn't live with my mom since I was 17 years old. So now I'm 23. I'm back in my mom's crib. And that brings a lot of emotion, okay, first off. But we're not here to talk about that, because it is what it is. You know, I'm here and I'm happy where I'm at. And I know that everything happens for a reason. And I know that got married, but I didn't plan to get divorced. And since I got divorced, I knew that it was the best decision for me to take a moment, take a couple of months to get my shit together. And when I say that, you guys, I've never had 6 months to get everything together for myself and gather all of my things and then go live in an apartment alone. I've never had to do that, but I'm an adult and I really value my alone time, and I love living alone, and I got so attached to it. But I do know that this was really healthy for me, and it is really healthy for me if I just do and make the best decisions for myself. So when I did first get here, it's like the change of scenery and everything. I think I touched on it in my last video, but put a lot of things into perspective for me. And I had a lot of, you know, like everything just got really real for me. Like leaving the apartment, I felt such a like sense of closure on that topic, on that marriage, on that divorce. It really did feel like I was giving the keys back. You know what I'm saying? I literally did. It's like I was just stepping away. You know what I'm saying? And I created my own little life in this little corner, and in 6 months it's gonna be like triple, quadruple this, you know what I'm saying? And that put a lot of pressure on me. So I'm trying to just do what's best for me and take care of my responsibilities and yada 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 to live a better life and yada yada yada. But I'm also learning that like I self-sabotage a lot. You know, I make bad decisions for myself sometimes, and sometimes, well, one, I don't really trust myself, because I was in a marriage and like I trusted that it would last and all of that stuff. So the fact that it ended, and I just feel like it was such a, just like whatever, non-existent. And the fact that it is non-existent, I feel like, how could I trust myself? Like if I made that decision and I thought that I knew that was one for me, but if I was completely wrong, how could I trust myself? So I struggle with that, and just falling into habits that I know aren't good for me, that I know I should step away from. I know that I'm drawn to toxic situations sometimes, or maybe I just put myself in that situation not because I'm drawn to it, just because I'm this is why I can't trust myself. And I don't want this to be like a triggering video or like, you know, but I'm being honest with you guys, and this is the things that come up for me that I'm struggling with, or that I just at least acknowledge, and I'm like, hey, chill, stop, you know? Because when I give my energy to things or people, it takes away energy from me. I know this. So I've been trying to, and I had been giving all of my energy to me, and then it's like something stopped, and then my mind got all cloudy, and my mind got all, you know, like distracted. And then I realized that it's a toxic situation I need to step away from, and I realized I need to focus on me. But when your mind's all cloudy and stuff like that, and you're either distracted from what you're focused on, or your mind is just occupied on things that are other than you, like, it can be hard to pull yourself away from that and do what you need to do to like get in tune with yourself and your soul and back on track. So that's what I'm doing now, and it took a little bit, like a couple of days. As long as I am recognizing the patterns, recognizing the cycles, recognizing myself and the fact that I can break free from anything that I want to, and just have faith in the signs that everything will work out. That's where I'm at. And I know I give very vague overviews of everything because these are just situations in my personal life that I try to break down to a relatable scale where I'm not invading my own privacy or anybody else's. So that's how, you know, I feel like one day, like, I'll do like juicy stuff of like juiciness since being divorced, because there's been a lot of juiciness. I mean, %60 of it I probably can't remember, to be honest with you, unless I were to really think about different stuff and different nights. But my life's been cray, which is why I needed to come here to Calmate way. I was a married woman, okay? I was a married woman. I was tucked away in a fucking 1-bedroom apartment way before quarantine, after quarantine, like, I was going through it, and I had no one, I had no friends. So after my divorce, I just kind of like, I went crazy, like here. And I feel like, is that normal after a divorce? But why would going crazy ever be considered normal? I don't know. But all I know is that I'm human, and my heart was broken, and yeah, I went crazy. But for the sake of videos, we keep those things private and try to live a life where now I'm not focusing on distractions or whatever, yada yada yada. I'm focusing on me, myself, and I, and getting better and glowing up and getting skinnier, losing more weight, eating healthier, looking better, feeling better. You know what I'm saying? And even though I get off track sometimes, this is the path that I'm on, the general path that I'm on, and I want to stay in this general area as much as I can. So my head gets all cloudy. Really do try to, like, when I can do nothing but think and think on how to and what's going on and how to get better, and like, that's all I do. And it's kind of like what led me to sit here and be able to verbalize what I've been going through today, because when I'm going through things, I'm very, it's all in here, because I'm overthinking and it can not make sense a lot of the time. So that's a big reason why I'm just like about it. And that's just me, but I enjoy getting things out, being fairly honest with a certain group of people who enjoy watching what I am going through. I was struggling, and now I'm basically on the path of like continuing to find myself, because it does take that focus, it does take that dedication. And when you are occupied mentally, you're not going to be growing in the areas that you would normally be growing in if that energy were to be put into you. So just makes sense. Want to attract super, super good things and radiate light and be light and be happy because I deserve it. And I hope that y'all try to do the same because I know that y'all deserve it. So that's it. Dropped mic. 8 minutes, baby. 8 minutes, baby. I hope that y'all enjoyed it. I hope that that short 8-minute video gave you a little update on Crystal Delgado. Maybe you learned something about me that you didn't know. Maybe you don't give a fuck. Maybe you do. Either way, appreciate you, homie. Yo, I ain't even do that on purpose. All right, I'm gonna stop. Besitos.